various variables which are playing important role that we have to understand. First one, the type or composition of casting alloy. The type of alloy and composition of casting alloy. It means that whether the solidifying metal is pure metal or it is an alloy material. Alloy. What is the meaning of alloy? Alloy is a homogeneous mixture of different elements. One of them has to be a metal and other may be metal or non-metal. So that composition is called an alloy. So therefore, here what are the important factors affecting means first one is type of material being solidified. It means that whether it is a pure metal or it is an alloy. Why means already I had explained with the help of cooling curve here. This diagram. In case of pure metal, the solidification beginning and solidification completion. Solidification beginning means this corner. Solidification completion means this corner. Both taking place at constant temperature. The temperature is constant in case of alloy, in case of pure metal. But in case of an alloy, this is not a straight line. Solidification beginning and solidification ending will not take place at constant temperature. Solidification beginning is taking place at some temperature and solidification completion will be at some other temperature lower than that. That is in case of alloy. Alloy means it is the mixture of two or more elements. Okay. Therefore, this you should know two different types of cooling curves. Okay. So therefore, what are the solidification controlling variables means first factor it is given here is whether what is the type of material which is being solidified. Okay, whether it is pure metal or it is an alloy. Okay, next, and if it is an alloy, what is the composition? What proportion? Metal A, metal B, metal C, so many metals will be there. Okay, what is the proportion of metal A, proportion of metal B, proportion of metal C, etc. Considering all these things, the variation takes place. Okay. Next important factor which is affecting solidification process is thermal properties of both alloy and molding material and cooling rate. What is the thermal properties means? Thermal conductivities. What is the thermal conductivity of molding sand? Molding materials. What is the thermal conductivity of alloying elements or metals? Okay. Higher the thermal conductivity, we have to understand like this. Higher the thermal conductivity of molding sand, then what happens? The rate of heat transfer from liquid metal to the atmosphere, it is very fast, it is very high. So thermal conductivity is high, then the rate of heat transfer is more, then the cooling will become very fast. Cooling becomes very fast, isn't it? So therefore cooling rate is high if thermal conductivity is high. If thermal conductivity of the molding sand is low, then the heat transfer is low, then cooling rate is also low. Accordingly, we will be getting the microstructure. Sometimes we will be cooling very fast, sometimes we will be cooling very slowly. So this slow cooling and fast cooling will be having the material effect on material properties. So therefore, we have to control the cooling rate according to the requirement of properties. Okay. Then, what is the other factor which is affecting? It is the mold thickness and shape. thickness of the mold. It is a just common sense. Thickness of the mold is bigger. It is a very big, great thickness we have. Then more the thickness, heat transfer will become slow. More thickness of the material, molding material, then what happens? The heat transfer will be slow. Heat transfer is slow means then cooling rate is low. Low cooling rate. Low cooling rate means we will get the different type of microstructure. If mold thickness is less, then rate of cooling is very fast. So fast means the microstructure, the properties obtained, everything will be different. Okay. Then what is the other factor which is affecting? Chills, gating system, and casting design factors. What is the meaning of chills? Chill, nothing but, I think in the first chapter I had explained about the chills. In the mold cavity, in order to promote the directional solidification, it comes in this chapter, in the third chapter itself. I will explain this again. In order to increase the rate of cooling rate, so thermal conductivity has to be increased. To increase the thermal conductivity, we are using some materials which are of the same composition as that of metal which is being casted. It means that if you are casting copper is the chilling material, chill material. If you are casting cast iron, we are placing a cast iron block, small block. Why means to increase the thermal conductivity. If you increase the thermal conductivity, from that point, the heat transfer will be maximum. When the heat transfer is maximum, cooling rate is fast. So therefore, we can achieve directional solidification. What is directional solidification means? It will come in the next topic. Don't worry about that. I will explain directional solidification. Also, I had explained once. Anyway, if you remember, it is good. If you are not remembering, we will be explaining it again. Okay. Then chills over gating and other casting design factors. Gating system. Where is the riser? Where is the sprue? What is the diameter of riser? What is the diameter of sprue? What is the diameter of the gates? Entry of entry gate size. Whether small size or narrow size or bigger size. What size of the gating system you have provided? All these things are playing a very, very important role in getting the solidified material. Okay, it means that good properties or worst properties, defective material, all these depending upon these parameters, these variables. And finally, one more point is mentioned here. What is the important? Another factor here is pouring temperature. Very, very important. Pouring temperature. It means that at what temperature the liquid metal has to be poured into the mold cavity. Mold cavity is there. So into the mold cavity, we have to pour the liquid metal from the furnace. Then what is the temperature? At what temperature metal into mold cavity? That temperature plays very, very important role. Why means, if you are pouring the liquid metal at a lower temperature, assume that you are pouring the liquid metal at lower temperature, then obviously lower temperature means its viscosity is bit higher. Viscosity is higher means it cannot easily freely flow into all the intricate parts of the mold cavity, isn't it? So therefore some defects may produce. If it is superheated high temperature, then the fluidity is very good. Easily it can flow into every corner of the mold cavity. Even thin sections, small thin sections is there in the mold cavity. That corner also it can easily reach. So like that, the casting shape can be obtained easily. So it is all depending upon the pouring temperature. So we cannot pour the metal, liquid metal at exactly melting temperature, because we are heating the metal from solid condition to become liquid. Once it becomes liquid, immediately we cannot pour the liquid metal, because you know that in this cooling curve, once again I will show you the cooling curve. This is the cooling curve. If the same diagram is kept in the opposite direction, it is the heating curve. Opposite direction means like this. This is the rising, and this is the horizontal, and this is the again rising. This is the sensible heat like this. This is the latent heat, and this is superheat. Like that, if you understand this heating curve, then what happens? See, now here it is taking place at constant temperature. The heat loss taking place, but there is no decrease in temperature. I want the answer for this question. Can anybody tell me why this red line in between central line, it is horizontal? ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರೇನಪ್ಪ? In the cooling curve, why this central line is horizontal? This already I have studied. Please tell me, any one of you. It is losing the heat. Even in spite of losing heat, the line is maintained horizontal. Here you can see this is the freezing point. This is the, at this point it is completely liquid. At this point it is completely solid, but the temperature is constant. Okay. So this is the saturation temperature. This line is called a saturation line or saturation temperature. Okay. So here the freezing point, no temperature difference. Okay. Why it is so? Can anybody explain? ಯಾರಾದ್ರೂ ಒಬ್ರು ಅನ್ಮ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ರಪ್ಪ. Who will explain? Who will explain why that center line is horizontal? Charan MB, Nikhil Raj, Hamsa. Nikhil Raj, helpa. Why that center line is horizontal? You understood or not? Yes or no? Nikhil?
Yes, sir.
Now tell me something. Whether you yes or no, you know the answer or you don't know the answer.
Sir, cons.
ಏನಪ್ಪ?
Sir, don't know, sir.
Don't know. ಅದನ್ನ ಹೇಳೋದನ್ನ ಫಾಸ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಮೂವ್ ಆನ್ ಟು ಸಂಬಡಿ ಎಲ್ಸ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ನೀವು ಹೇಳೋದೋ ಬೇಡವೋ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ. ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಬಿ ವೆರಿ ಆಕ್ಟಿವ್. ಇದನ್ನ ನೋಡಪ್ಪ, ನಾನು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ನೆನ್ನೆ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ತಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಅವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಹೇಳಿದೆ, ಇವಾಗ ಬೆಳಿಗ್ಗೆನೂ ಹೇಳಿದೆ, ಇವಾಗ ಟುಡೇ, ಬಟ್ ಯು ಫರ್ಗಾಟ್. ಅಂಡ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಸ್ಟಡಿಡ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇನ್ ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ. ಇಷ್ಟು ಬೇಗ ಮರ್ತು ಬಿಡ್ತಿರಲ್ಲ ಒಂದೇ ಸೆಮಿಸ್ಟರ್ಗೆ. Anybody else can give the answer for this?